Game on the line. Williams lofting one for a doozy. He caught it!
You're listening to the world's #1 football podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Ben Hansen, Matt Hartman, and Ryan Matthews.
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Pigskin Project. Today we are finally bringing you guys the film review that we've been working on and teasing for weeks now. A little different this week. From now on, I will be bringing in my co-host Matt Hartman and Ben Hansen to provide further insights on the players that we'll be reviewing. The media recently has been split on Caleb Williams. Is he the next superstar? Is he the next Bears quarterback to bust? How much does he have to prove this year? Today, we answered those questions Chicago has been begging to be answered just weeks before the NFL regular season begins. Don't forget, if you like our analysis, make sure to join us for a weekly podcast recording Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's dive into the film. All right, gentlemen, so first clip here that we have is against the Packers, Week 11. It's a 2nd and 8 situation, 10 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's go ahead and let the people watch this play first, and then let them know what you're seeing here. Little bootleg play there. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, so he bootlegs outright, which is perfectly fine. But you're going to see, and I think it's going to be a common theme over the course of this entire video that we do, is he's a tick late on getting these balls out. And it happens probably 10 times in a game. Ball should be out there. Here we are.
Just a
We're
hair
about
short.
a second, half in a second, right there. Pause it.
Yep.
Why was it taking so long for him to get the ball out? He saw his wide receiver open.
Because of that, yeah, just throws it a little bit behind him too. I mean, I know that we've talked about, accuracy a little bit when it comes to him and that becoming a problem. That is something that they've kind of hounded him for in the preseason for this year, so I do anticipate that to at least get a little bit better. But, obviously we're reviewing the rookie film, so, that is absolutely something that should be a point of emphasis. So, props on the coaching staff for propping that one up. Matt, anything else to add for this clip?
No, just the half step that he takes at the end there. I think not to screenshot quarterback, but he paused it at a good spot, and he takes that extra kind of step forward off of the platform. The ball's got to be out. The ball's got to be out.
All right, boys. Next situation, we got 7:59 left in the first quarter. It's a 3rd and 10 situation. Here's the play. Sending Keenan in motion here. Man, I remember this one. This one was a little tough. Bad miss. So, I think we're all in unison here when I say this. This guy, DJ Moore, needs to be the guy that's hit here. And it looks like, under pressure for Caleb. Keep in mind, this is Week 11, brand new offense for him because Walton had just gotten fired week right after the Patriots game. So, maybe if you want to give him the benefit of the doubt here that he's trying to adapt to it, given it's the first quarter. But this is an easy read that you want out of just a pro quarterback in general for any team, right? If this is going to be your situation where you have Keenan Allen, which, trust me, we'll get to a lot of Keenan in this video, where his separation's not all that great right here. And given the setup, it's going to be a corner. You got to take your yak guy in DJ right across the middle. I think that's a given here. But is there anything else that you guys wanted to add on to this one? Not to steal everybody's thunder here, but what are we thinking?
Yeah, he gets the mantel, and him getting the mantel with Keenan is where his eyes go. His eyes immediately go to Keenan, and he never really reads anything else out. And I think that's, again, it's hard for me to be like, yeah, the ball's got to go to DJ. DJ's running hard to a spot, not looking for the ball. And Keenan is running at the sticks. This is 3rd and 10. And so,
just to show this angle to let everybody know what he's talking about when it comes to DJ running to the spot. Obviously, DJ's not looking inside. This is something that we talked about before recording this one here. Now's when he looks, but that ball's already coming out because this is the spot that Matt's talking about that DJ was running to get to, just for a little bit of clarification there. But not to cut you off, Matt, sorry. Ben, anything?
No, again, I think you guys covered it. I mean, this play in particular is tough because you can always sit back and say, well, he had DJ here on the flood or drag route. But again, I mean, the perfect example of that is when you switch to that end zone view. Again, you see that you can talk all you want about getting the ball out to DJ, but by the time DJ is turned around, your tackle here is coming in. He's in his face. He has to get that ball out. See, he's not turned around. And Rashawn Gary here, 52, was coming down right in his face. He had to get the ball out. I mean, it's not the best throw, but, I mean, what is he going to do?
Yeah, I mean, with the pressure and everything, too, you're expecting maybe the receiver to get a little bit more separation there. I think there was maybe a little bit of contact between Keenan and his man. Yeah, right about there. So, I mean, maybe the timing would have been a little bit better if he didn't stumble a little bit, but you've got a point here as well. That's a tough ball to make the play on. Let's watch this one more time from end zone. He might have been there, but, I mean, you're trusting an old man here. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so this next play, we have 3rd and 5. It's 3:17 left in the second quarter. This one's not really too much to kind of run home about. It's just a fun play, and it's definitely something that you want out of your quarterback to be able to detect. And I want to show this angle specifically because of the heck of a job that Swift does right about here to draw Quay Walker away from Caleb, knowing that he's going to be rushing towards the sticks. Now, like I said, it's 3rd and 5. They want to get past the sticks to maintain that drive, and he's able to not only kind of direct him there with the fake pass, because now the defender, as you just saw Quay Walker put a hand up right about here, and so heck of a job from him to kind of detect that situation, just to show you the end zone view as well. Standing in the pocket here, sees that nobody else is open, but he's got a massive gap in this line. He goes ahead and takes that opportunity to run for a gain of 13 to keep that drive alive. Just good stuff overall from the quarterback. All right, guys, so this next play that we have, it's 1st and 10, 14 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third quarter. You'll see Keenan Allen in the motion here. We'll drop back, toss it right to Kmet, close to the sideline. Keep that drive moving. You'll love to see that from the quarterback. I mean, he made the right read. So, what are we thinking, guys? Turn this back to sideline view for you.
Yes, the main thing here is, again, at the end of the day, it's a fine throw, but he shuffles his feet. Right when his foot hits the 35 there, he needs to get rid of it. And he takes 2 half steps forward, which does not affect this play in particular, but that can be the difference in his 2 shuffles forward there, that later on or in the future coming season, that a playmaker will be able to get to that ball and intercept it. Again, didn't happen here, but I'm not the biggest fan of the shuffle and his footwork here and the steps forward.
Yeah. Matt, anything to add?
See here?
Yeah, slow it down right as he releases the ball and follow 29. You can see 29. He's breaking. He's breaking. The ball's not out. He's breaking on it. But what the point of this for me is, what a ball by Caleb Williams. This is the stuff that you want to see playmakers do. You want to see that ability to layer the throw down the left sideline here. The late rotation into cover 3, recognizing it. Does he? He kind of stares down Kmet. But still, what a throw.
Something I want to add while we're talking about 29 and it's, their ability to go ahead and break is there will be playmakers that can scheme against Caleb and make that play. It's just he was maybe a couple steps too late. So
And that's one of them. He had 8 picks last year.
Right. So, that is something to where you're going to want that improvement, and that half tick that they're saying to where you see ba-bump, ba-bump, that step that they're saying could be corrected in order to prevent this guy from making this play. So hopefully we see that improvement going into 2025. All right, guys, same drive. It's 2nd and 9. You've got 13:03 left in the third quarter. So you'll see what could have been a pretty massive play for the Bears here. And we're not going to hit too much on it because it's just an accuracy issue. This is why Ben Johnson's talking about setting a goal for Caleb to throw 70% completion percentage. You want that up there a little bit. If he's able to hit these layups a little bit easier, then you'll see that percentage jump up. But what we were talking about, behind the scenes is that we want this ball on the inside shoulder of Rome. So Rome's right shoulder. From camera angle, you're wanting the left, but you'll see the end zone view here. The reason why Caleb throws this higher a little bit is because of 56 here in coverage. You'll see it. He absolutely could have made a play on the ball if it were lower. That bullet pass, terminology that I'll use for Madden players. If he were to do that. Now, if you put it on that inside shoulder, like, we were saying, that's when Rome will be able to make a play on that ball. And Rome's shown in multiple games in the season that he'll be able to kind of turn it up and run upfield as well. So, this might not have just been an easier, catch, hit, into play, maybe even something bigger. So we're looking for a little bit more out of Caleb in this sense, but again, nothing too big that we're going to hit on here. All right, so we've got a huge 4th and 2 situation here. 12 minutes, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. In order to keep this drive alive, this is what happens. And I'll let Matt talk about this one too, because he really breaks this one down well. Matt, take it away, man.
Yeah, we could mock Quay Walker for getting flat-footed in the pocket and not closing down, but this is a highlight for Caleb again. This is something that we're gonna hit on with the Detroit game that we're gonna do next. His pocket presence is not always there. He is an erratic pocket player. But his evasion in the pocket is what he's creating that. He is creating that little sense of separation, that sense of, oh my God, is he going to go? Quay Walker is like a kid in a candy store. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to close. Because Caleb Williams can scramble. He can throw. He can do whatever he wants. And you're going to watch, from this camp, he's going to get flat-footed.
Why is he on his heels? Yeah. Yeah,
because of what Caleb Williams could do in the pocket.
And now for what Bears fans are kind of used to as well. There was a quarterback that wore the number 1 that used to just take the hit at this point, right? Because at this point, the arms are already around Caleb, right? As he's winding up to throw. He's got a quicker release than that one guy that shall not be named. And he's able to hit his check down and gain the yardage needed and a little bit more to be able to move the sticks and keep that drive alive. Props to 18 for that. All right, so huge red zone situation, same drive. It's 3rd and 4, 10 minutes, 26 seconds left in the third quarter. This is where it becomes not so fun and games with Caleb here. Again, seeing Keenan in motion. And you can detect the rest. This is definitely a can of worms we have to open. Ben, why don't you take the reins on this one?
Absolutely. I think this just comes back to him just being a very eager rookie quarterback here. He knows where he's at. He wants to see if he can score a touchdown here. It's great teach tape from Denzel Valentine, your 24 here, the rookie who passes it off and then goes to this crosser in the back of the end zone. So I understand him wanting to get the touchdown here, especially when you consider they haven't beat the Packers in 6 years. They're ahead. Can we add to this lead? But at the end of the day, he needs to be just a little bit more patient within the pocket, able to look at all of his reads, because if he is, and he waits a half second, you see DJ Moore getting past that linebacker right here. And if he can get that ball out to DJ right when he gets past that linebacker, you probably get your touchdown anyways. So it just comes back to him being that, eager rookie quarterback that wants to make touchdowns all the time, but maybe needs to learn a little bit more patience here. But Matt, what do you see?
DJ Moore at the end there throws arms up, diva wide receiver watch, by the way. But no, I'm just joking. You get the man tell from Keenan off the rip. You're going to see the boundary corner get passed off, and you're going to get man. Bullard's kind of scrambled. What do I do? What do I do? He's trying to get to the crosser to roam. This is hell of a play by Valentine, man. When he flips his eyes to the quarterback as the ball is thrown, he's in great phase. The best part about this, bad decision, but it's a bad throw. So there's no interception. If Caleb kind of reads this, he reads this down, and he tries to bullet that, assuming that we could go to end zone real quick. If we go to the end zone, you're going to see Rome crosses Bullard, number 20's face. And if he were to bullet this, Valentine's playing it well. He's going to cross his face here. If he bullets that, that's 24's football. So the best part about it is the throw's really bad. So, but overall, it's a clean pocket. I agree with Ben wholeheartedly. You got to get to it's 3rd and 4 in the red zone. He is a great pocket player. He could step up and move. He could dump this off to DJ Moore. There are so many decisions that he can make that are better than that one. It's just an impossible throw. And what do you see, Ryan?
The biggest thing that I have to ask you guys, and for anybody that isn't a normal podcast listener, you guys should know that Ben and Matt are massive football geeks when it comes to the college football game. For anybody that's willing to give Caleb the benefit of the doubt, I want to ask this question. Is this something to where he's thinking, look, I'm seeing some dysfunction between the safeties. I'm just going to go ahead and go for it all here and send it to my guy because he obviously has this guy beat. There's no way Caleb can see this guy right now. Is he just thinking, there's no way there's anybody over there with that college mind? Or is it strictly just a bad read? Matt, can you answer that for me?
No one's over there because there's no route running that way. So he knows 24 is lurking. I think that's intentionally why we don't see a bullet pass. But overall, I think it's just a rookie quarterback trying to get too much dip on the chip. I think it's just, hey, I can make this throw. When in reality, sometimes you just got to get down to it. Because, Brian, you could speak for how many times do you get a pocket like this?
Yeah, it's not common. Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's just you gotta. He's got to see it to believe it, and sometimes when he tries to throw these layered throws, they're just impossible throws.
All right, next situation. We've got a 1st and 10 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Matt, you can go ahead and take this one.
Yeah, you're gonna watch late inverted cover 2. McKinney snaps back. But what we want to watch is Mr. Keenan Allen, because we want to attack the middle of the field, the intermediate part of the field against cover 2, because a linebacker is responsible for that area. And Quay Walker swallows up a receiver, Keenan Allen here. I mean, look at that throttle, man. This is not what the Bears thought they were signing up for. Overall, I think this was, again, I know this is after the Waldron era, but still, the Keenan Allen slot. Could you imagine if that was some DJ Moore running hard or even Roma Dunze running hard here? They're crossing that face, and it gives Caleb that option to attack that middle part of the field. And I know people are going to say, you should hit the check down to Roshan Johnson. His receiver should get open against a linebacker. That's what I would say.
The one thing that I want to give props to Gramps on this one, just he tries and almost makes a play. Caleb made the read and everything and put it to where, but if Gramps would have gotten off of his block a little bit faster and, maybe made the cut a little bit faster. I mean, like a receiver should, because you'll see him stutter off the line and bam, like now he's tripped, okay, and now he's hand fighting with Quay. That ball is exactly where it needs to be. Keenan tries, but as Matt said, and I cannot emphasize this enough, the Bears fans, like me, did not get the weapon we thought we were going to get when we traded for him. All right, guys, so this next situation, it's 1st and 10, 9 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And as a Bears fan, this is the exact thing that I want to see from my rookie quarterback and my rookie wide receiver in terms of their connection growing. Matt, why don't you let me know what you're feeling on this one?
So, yeah, you're going to get 6 on the line of scrimmage with 2 linebackers mugged up in the middle of the field. You're getting a cover 0 shell. Everyone's manned up. You think all 6 are coming. There's so much information being thrown at Caleb Williams here. But the way he reads it out, getting to Rome Odunze, I think is his best option. Because watch Keyshawn Nixon get his feet all tangled up there. Gets flat-footed. You go back to when the throw is released. Here. Rome is breaking the face of the corner, who is rotating into cover 3, by the way. So, more information being thrown at him. And the throw is just missed. It's just missed. And I can only imagine there's a conversation with Rome Odunze and Caleb Williams saying, just give me a chance at the ball next time, because we'll see it later. But, Ben, what do you have on this one?
No, I mean, you covered it well. I mean, this isn't college anymore at this point. It's going to be much, much tighter windows that you're throwing it into here. He has a half step. He has a step. I like where the read was. He just slightly overthrew that window that he had.
4th and 3, a minute 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is exactly what Matt was talking about. Matt, take it away.
As big as it gets. 4th and 3. Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze. On the money. And it's underthrown on purpose. A lot of people are going to say, oh, he's working back through the ball. This is the exact miss that was earlier. He threw it too far, too long. I can only imagine Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze had a conversation on the sideline where Rome's saying, give me a chance at the ball. That's what I was prolific at UW. And he goes and finds the ball. It's in our intro, for God's sakes. You hear Tom Brady when this play happens.
Taking it back here really quick, we've got a 3rd and 19. I want to show you guys how we got to that situation. So this is 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Green Bay's up by 1 point in this situation, so this is huge. And we were talking about the improv. We were talking about the elusiveness of Caleb Williams. This is exactly that. And you get to showcase Rome Odunze's connection with him as well. Just a phenomenal job by both rookies here to stay available, to be able to get closer to move those sticks in a high-pressure situation. Ben, what are you seeing on this one?
Absolutely. Again, as you said, from this angle, it looks awesome. And you can see his improvisation from it all, ability to keep the game on the line. If you 3rd and 19, you don't pick it up here, what are you going to do? But then when you switch over to the end zone angle on this drive, on this play, you can really, truly see how special of a player he can be. Look at that. Look at that. He ducked under the defender to keep the play alive, to then look downfield and get the ball out to Rome Odunze. This is the stuff that gets you excited when you talk about what Caleb Williams can bring to the table in the future. It's amazing, amazing, amazing.
And another thing, too, that I want to add is just that off-platform throw, that signature off-platform throw that Caleb can do. He's so accurate on it. And not to start off with any kind of PTSD for Bears fans watching out there, but we are going to be talking about the Thanksgiving game against Detroit. Now, the big thing to note here, Detroit's time management in this game was absolutely insane in that first half, if you remember correctly. So there wasn't really a lot to take from that first quarter. So we're going to go ahead and start in the second quarter. 2 minutes left, 4th and 3. Matt, tell me what you're seeing on this one.
Yeah, this is tough man coverage by Detroit, which is by design. And here, early in this game, the reason there were so many third downs that were just not converted. They had to punt the ball is because Detroit's man coverage was not allowing any separation. Here, we watched Swift come out of the backfield against Malcolm Rodriguez. He gets a shot here where he beats him. He's here. Look at that space up the field, and Caleb put it up into the space where he can run under it, and it's completely underthrown. It hits the defender in the back, and there's just no chance for his pass catcher to make a play on this football, and now you're giving Detroit a short field, down by 16 already, man. So this was a big problem in the first half for them.
Ben?
Absolutely. I mean, it goes back to what we had discussed, previously within that Packers game that we just watched. You just have to give your pass catchers a chance to make a play on the ball. And when you underthrow a ball as drastically as he did here, again, to the point it hits the linebacker's back, you're not really helping your team. It's a tough watch.
It's that little bit of accuracy issues that we're talking about here with Caleb. Obviously, that's the hope to get better here in 2025. Not going to hit on it too much longer here. So here we've got a third quarter, 12-minute, 7-second situation with a 3rd and 14. So Caleb's got a little bit of a ways to go. And I would really like to pat him on the back here for his elusiveness that we mentioned in the Green Bay film. You're definitely going to see it here as he takes the ball. Now you'll see the pressure kind of start to get to him just a little bit. He takes a step back, and now he's running. He sees Keenan open. He slings the ball, and now that's almost a pick. But his precision at times can just be so pinpoint. But there is another angle of this that I want you guys to hear. Ben, why don't you take the reins from me here?
Absolutely. There is two sides to a coin here on this play. And I do like how he's moving into the pocket at this point. But you see him step back, he steps up, and then when he steps back here, pause. When he steps back and he puts his foot on the 25-yard line, look at how much space now Keenan has. I would have liked to see him throw the ball there because there's so much space. Again, there's not a defender moving his way within 15 yards. So there is the two sides to the coin there. But again, you do see some special stuff from Caleb in that pocket navigation from this play. Do you want to tell the people about that, Matt?
Yeah, it's just electric pocket evasion, as I've mentioned so many times. The way he just maneuvers, buying space, buying time. And then the little thing that you were talking about is, I like that he gets out of the pocket. I like that this guy said, I'm not getting hit this time. And he, little ballsy. You see who that is, number 31, Kirby Joseph, the interception leader on the season. He just beats him. But this is the stuff on why you pick this guy number 1 overall.
And not only that, too, this is that signature, off-platform throws that we're talking about. And this is exactly the point that I try to make on Twitter when I go back and forth with people on why he can't hit a net. This guy can do this. It's okay. All right, guys, here we go. Third quarter, 9 minutes, 54 seconds left. In a 1st and 10 situation, here's exactly what we were talking about, that good pocket awareness. And here, you'll see it. He gets the ball exactly where it needs to be. Ends in a productive play for the Bears. Right up the middle to Gramps, and he just falls into the end zone. Matt, what are you thinking here?
Just the way he's able to avoid that strong side rusher and step up into the pocket and throw a laser beam, frankly, a little bit late. And we know if you see from the end zone angle, you're going to see him shuffle the feet, pat the ball a little bit. But, Ben, what do you like about this play?
Exactly. You guys had said it best. His recognition of this edge rusher on his strong side, knowing that he's looping around and going to try to collapse the pocket here, and for him to recognize that and take the step forward into the pocket to then be able to get the ball where it needs to go into a very good spot for him that does result in a touchdown. It's one of the things that we've talked about before. His ability to kind of navigate the pocket here in certain situations is amazing.
All right, so we've got another third quarter situation here. This time 2 minutes, 43 seconds left on a 1st and 10. Again, with that good pocket awareness, with his eyes downfield. You'll see it here. Nice strike to Rome. Again, what you want to see out of that rookie duo. But Matt, what do you have in mind here?
Yeah, it's kind of a awkward delayed stunt. I shout out the offensive line picking that up pretty well. But, I mean, you mentioned it. Showcasing the arm talent. Throwing off that platform down the field. I mean, he's not, layering it over defenders. Rome Odunze's wide open. But the zip he's got on that ball. Once again, showcasing that arm talent.
This situation, you've got a fourth quarter, 13-minute, 45 seconds left, and 2nd and 9 in the red zone. I just want to shout out Gramps here, but Matt, what do you got for us here?
Peak silliness route. Look at that. Look at the wiggle, man. Unk still got it at the barbecue ass route.
All right, here we go. It's a fourth quarter situation, 11 minutes, 34 seconds left with a 2nd and 7 situation. This one's maybe not as fun, but then again, there's not really too many people open. This is something that, we've talked about before. The scheme isn't really all that strong. But Ben, what do you have on this one? Go ahead and turn it to this end zone view for you.
As you said, this one is difficult to really blame it on Caleb Williams because no one is open here. The only thing I would like to point out, and I really don't want to be that guy about Caleb, but you can see this left end here do this wonky spin move, and at that point, he has an escape hatch. Go out left, roll out, and see if you can buy some receivers sometime to maybe get someone open. But again, at the end of the day, I feel like that's more of a coverage sack than anything.
All right, guys, so we've got a fourth quarter, 10 minutes, 39 seconds left with 3rd and 18. This is immediately after that sack. This is what we get immediately after. This is not exactly what you're expecting out of him. Like I just said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows with him. And that was really close to being disastrous. Matt, what are we thinking here?
Yeah, this is as bad as it gets. 3rd and 18. He gets an opportunity to redeem his flaws on the previous play, and you see all that open space in front of DJ Moore, and he misses it behind him. The worst case scenario, if he hits it on his chest, is a first down. Massive gain to keep the drive going. But he just completely whiffs on it. DJ has to go back and find the ball, and like you said, Kirby Joseph in the right place, almost at the perfect time, but right through his hands.
Here we go. It's a fourth quarter, 8-minute, 14-second situation, 2nd and 11. Again, we haven't really, hit on it too much, right? I'm just kidding. Obviously, good pocket evasion from him. He's able to maneuver. And again, not too many people open. You wouldn't want to throw it to Rome here because that's probably the only option you're thinking. You've got a safety over top. So immediately, pump fakes. He runs it out just a little bit, picks up an easy gain. 7 yards. Not too bad. I'm not even going to stress this one too much. All right, guys, we've got a fourth quarter, 7 minutes left, 2nd and 10 situation here. Good stuff. I mean, we just mentioned it. Good pocket evasion and field awareness as a whole from Caleb. Take a look at how he evades the pressure here. Runs forward and just look at that blooper to get to the sticks, man.
Oh,
love to see it. Ben, what do you have on this one?
No, this is the stuff that you absolutely fell in love with when you were watching the tape on him coming out of USC, and you were hoping that would translate. The end zone angle on this play is absolutely fantastic. His ability to step up and get out, and you can kind of tell that originally he made the choice to want to scramble up and out, but then he sees DJ sit right there, and you can see in his mind when that happens that, nope, I'm not going to cross that line of scrimmage, and I'm going to keep rolling out, and I'm just going to hit DJ right here. That's textbook scrambled drill out of DJ and perfect play.
All right, guys, so we've got a fourth quarter situation, 6 minutes, 21 seconds left, a 1st and 10. This is the rare situation that we're not going to be talking about Caleb here. We're going to be talking about Matt's favorite receiver. Matt, talk to me.
yeah, this is where Unk at the barbecue, he ain't getting separation. Meek Robertson clams him up. Look at that.
It's bad.
I mean, if Penny Sewell's in, do you think Penny Sewell could get down the field faster?
he'd give him definitely a run for his money. All right, guys, here we've got a fourth quarter, 5 minutes and 42 second, 3rd and 1 situation. Where here you're just going to see Caleb's amazing ability to shake off that pressure and drop that dime to DJ right in the bucket. Ben, what are we thinking here?
Yeah, you're right there, Ryan. It's textbook two-man game between Caleb and DJ there. DJ is able to shift his leverage after beating his man off the line of scrimmage to the outside. And regardless of where Caleb throws that ball, if he gets it in the general vicinity in front of DJ, he's going to be able to make that play. And for Caleb to also make this throw that far down the field with that offensive lineman in his chest is quite special.
All right, guys, here we have a fourth quarter, 3 minute, 18 second, 2nd and 7 situation where this one just didn't go the Bears' way. Matt, talk to me, man. This one was gross.
He's got to be quicker. This is half tick amplified. Patting the ball, standing in your own end zone. You're just asking to get sacked, and this time, that would be 2 points the other way. You're begging for it. Just get the ball out. Get the ball out and live for another day.
All right, guys, here we've got a fourth quarter, 1:26 left, 2nd and 17. This is good. Another good play from Caleb. You're going to see him see that not much is open, and with that pressure in his face, jumps up in the pocket, lays down the shoulder, and gets a gain of 13. Just good stuff. This is 2nd down. This is exactly what you want to be able to get closer. And with that being a late game situation, they're down 3. That's exactly what you want from your quarterback. Somebody fix his pad. All right, guys, here we go. Late game situation, 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. This is a potential game winner here for the Bears, and they miss it. Ben, talk to me.
Exactly. This one is devastating because this has a chance to become a touchdown if Caleb can get the ball where it needs to go. The play design is excellent. Cole Kmet is coming from the opposite direction that DJ is running to, which allows him to set the pick and really free him up and give DJ space. All Caleb has to do is get the ball in the vicinity of DJ here, but couldn't muster up the ability to do such. This one really, really hurts and goes back to the inconsistency of his play. Because if he's able to get that where it needs to go, he has open space to run. Even if it's not a touchdown, he has plenty of space. But, it underthrew it, threw it behind him and into his feet, and there was not much that DJ could do here.
You have to think that the pressure got to him right about here. He started to panic a little bit and just threw it a little low just to live another day, I guess. You got to think 1st and 10, 46 seconds left. You've got potential for another play. Even if that's completed, you're thinking your coach wants to call a timeout, right? Right? No. All right, guys, so now that we've gone through 2 games worth of film, you're talking the Packers game and the Lions game, I want to hear your guys' takes on the questions that we asked in the intro. Is he the next superstar? Is he the next Bears quarterback to bust? How much does he have to prove this year?
When you talk about what he was able to do in those 2 games coming out of college specifically was what he was able to do maneuvering the pocket, off-platform throwing, his strict arm talent from all angles. It's all in there, and we saw it for these first 2 games. But the biggest thing, and I know Ben's going to agree with me on this, is he needs to get faster mentally and just overall physically, because there are so many times where he is shuffling the feet, he is patting the ball, that he needs to make decisions just overall so much quicker. And there were games that we didn't even cover where it's coverage stacks because of those mental lapses in judgment. But overall, the talent is in there, and you can clearly see it from the 2 games that we watched.
I absolutely agree with you there, Matt. Again, him being a half beat late on some of these throws are a cause for concern, but it's also an area of improvement. If you can see him take that step forward coming into the 2025-2026 season, it can really show. And you hope to see something like that within the Ben Johnson offense, because there were the flashes of stuff to get excited about in this film review. His ability to create inside and outside of the pocket, his arm, his ability to make the Patrick Mahomes-esque throws when off platform. So there's a lot of stuff to be excited about, but can we kind of speed up that processor to get you on time 100%? And then can we get just a tiny bit better ball placement? Because again, there were a couple throws here that rubbed me wrong. If he was able to get it up a little bit, or to, the opposite shoulder of the wide receiver, it could have had better outcomes. But really, more than anything from this, his wide receivers struggled to get open. And I think if we can see a Colston Loveland really make an impact, a Luther Burden really make an impact, that growth to continue with Rome, then we're really going to be able to make that jump from him, because guys are going to be open. He's not going to have to stand into that pocket as long. And I really think that's where we can see that step forward from Caleb Williams coming into this season.
You guys make great points, and I do think that the internet is kind of overreacting here. For Bears fans out there that are curious about how we feel about the quarterback, me being one of the Bears fans that are delusional, this is good to hear from two, I would say, outsiders in a way, to say, hey, you have a reason to be encouraged and feel the way that you do about your quarterback. I feel like he has potential to be that next superstar. And the floor of Caleb Williams is so much higher than what we could have ever really expected. Looking at his rookie tape and all of the obstacles that he experienced, you've got an offensive-minded head coach in Ben Johnson now at this point, to where you don't have anything to worry about. So going forward, the guys at the Pigskin Project are all in agreement that, hey, Chicago, you've got a guy. All right, so that's going to wrap up our Caleb Williams film review. Big thanks to the co-hosts here for keeping me honest on this one. I do think that we cleared up a lot about where he stands heading into the rookie year, but hey, we really want to know what you think. Is Caleb the real deal to you? Does he still have the most to prove? Please drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll be checking them out. And don't forget, you can catch us live every Wednesday for the Pigskin Project, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown or live stream. We'll see you guys then.